嘘だろ。白い髪、褐色の肌、黒い翼。
Hey there, pirates! Welcome aboard the Animenomi channel. Vegapunk surprised everyone by siding with the Straw Hats and against the plans of the world nobles. However, during his time working for their desires, he was forced to do things that would go against his own plans. The latest chapters of the manga have sparked discussion among fans that Luffy may have been used to create one of the seraphims, a clone of the pirate to confront the sun god Nika. I'll explain the chapters that indicate all of this in today's video. If you enjoy One Piece and our videos, it's important that you click the like button, thumbs up, as this helps our videos to continue. I also hope that you can subscribe to the channel. We are nearing 200,000 subscribers, and more than 50% of the people who watch us are still not subscribed. So subscribe to unleash the power of your devil fruit. Comment before we go to the video which devil fruit you would like to possess. Commented? Let's go then. During chapter 1059 of the One Piece manga, we had the revelation of what the special weapon of the SSG was, the seraphims created by Vegapunk. These are child pacifistas with the power of powerful pirates, combined with the DNA of Lunarians, making them stronger than we could have imagined at that time. At this moment, combining the information from the manga chapters, we can discover that the five elders may possess a clone of Luffy, and we will also reveal why it has not appeared yet. So far, we've seen that seraphims are created through modified DNA and the powers of the Shichibukais, the seven warlords of the sea, and this is due to their previously created contract between the pirates and the world nobles. However, would the contractual agreement prevent the five elders from demanding that Vegapunk use the already proven successful knowledge from the first seraphims on other powerful pirates? Not only powerful pirates, but also the natural enemy of the Marines, and the plans of Imu and the other world nobles, the Sun God.
この実には神の名が、ゴムゴムの実のもう一つの名は尊敬、人人の実、幻獣種、モデル、ニカ。
We know that Luffy's fruit, his legend, and his awakening brought an irredeemable fear to the world nobles for the past 800 years. After all, they always tried, unsuccessfully, to keep this fruit in their possession so that the sun god cannot emerge. After the last user, Joy Boy, Luffy finally awakened this power. Even though Luffy himself didn't previously know the real potential of his fruit, the world government knew, and Vegapunk apparently also had some knowledge about the lie behind the Gomu Gomu no Mi. During the 2-year time skip, while Frankie studied the scientist's manuscripts, Luffy's fruit appeared drawn in one of his notes. Recently, he mentioned the sun god's fruit and the ancient encyclopedia, but we don't know when he accessed the book. This makes us imagine that he had some idea about the potential of that devil fruit. Furthermore, in his notes, the fruit would be inserted into a rocket, and we know that only Zoans can be inserted into inanimate objects, revealing that Vegapunk apparently knew that the Gomu Gomu no Mi had Zoan properties, probably just not that it was the power of the sun god. With all this information, we know that Vegapunk may have been compelled to continue his studies regarding the Gomu Gomu no Mi, the rubber fruit, without knowing that this fruit was actually the power previously belonging to Joy Boy, and that its awakening would bring about the downfall of Imu-sama. Furthermore, not only the research, but even the concept of seraphims may have begun thanks to Luffy obtaining that fruit. When we analyze the dates, we realize that Vegapunk was already working for the Marines when Shanks' crew stole the devil fruit being transported by the CP-9. Probably, Vegapunk would have studied this fruit by order of the five elders, not only as a way to obtain this power, but also as a means to prevent the expected return of Joy Boy. However, Luffy ended up eating this fruit. Therefore, a new way to obtain this power would be necessary, to obtain the power already used by others, or rather, to clone someone's powers, the Pacifista Project, and later, the Seraphim Project. With the substance known as green blood, Vegapunk was able to replicate the powers of paramecia fruits in the clones created by him. However, we know that Vegapunk at different times was able to replicate the powers of a Zoan, as he did with the Zoan consumed by Momonosuke. There is even the possibility that Vegapunk lied about green blood, just to prevent the world nobles from getting their hands on the powers of the sun god.
解放の戦士またの名を太陽の神 Nika!
The question arises then, why hasn't he appeared until now? Why hasn't Luffy's clone been revealed to us yet? We still cannot affirm the maximum potential of the clones created by Vegapunk. After all, they appeared 53 chapters ago with few appearances and revelations, only hinting that they could break the three powers and even challenge Yonko's. Therefore, we don't know if they can surpass the total mastery of a devil fruit and achieve its awakening. The main issue is that even if Vegapunk has created or left his research to the point where another scientist can complete them to clone Luffy, the Hito no Mi model Nika would be useless without its awakening. The powers that can truly challenge the world government are the powers of the Sun God. So, even if there really is a clone of Luffy, it should only emerge many years later or after something that simulates the conditions of an awakening is carried out. That way, the clone would reach the ideal condition to be presented. We know that the world nobles truly fear the powers of the Sun God, for reasons that have not been explicitly explained to us yet. These are the powers that Luffy only recently awakened, and nobody expected him to be capable of doing so. Furthermore, it's possible that they still don't know how to bring this awakening to the clone, because in the last 800 years, only Luffy has been able to awaken this fruit. Before him, only Joy Boy possibly awakened this power. An important point to mention is that Vegapunk would at some point mention that he had initiated the process of cloning Luffy to the 5 Elders, which he hasn't done. So, if there is a clone of Luffy, it will be created by someone else using Vegapunk's knowledge, notes, procedures, and technologies. This is something we can expect because Frankie was also able to use Vegapunk's notes previously and even improve some technologies that the scientist had only imagined. Therefore, it's possible that other brilliant minds are working for the world nobles. Sure, here's the translation. That is to say, all the information we currently have access to leads us to believe that there is a possibility of a Luffy clone existing at some point in the One Piece series. But that moment would not be now. There are currently more obstacles to the revelation of this clone, even though the fear of Nika may lead the world nobles to want to have this power in their hands, especially at the current moment in the manga, where Luffy is personally facing the 5 Elders. But what do you think about all this information? Do you believe that the Sun God can really be cloned? Can Nika's powers be used as a way to try to stop Luffy? Comment on what you think about all of this. Also, comment the keyword Clone Joy Boy so I know you watched the video until the end. That's a wrap for today's content. We hope you enjoyed it and want to share your thoughts on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and catch you in the next video. Take care and stay awesome.